So, I welcome you all to this lecture series on basic electronics. And in the last class, we tried to have some discussion about it was basically a lengthy class, in fact. So, we had a discussion about some numericals and we tried to understand the concept of the half wave as well as full wave rectifier, that is, a detailed understanding of those concepts. So today also we're going to continue with some of the numericals. I'm going to discuss with you the various kinds of numericals that are present with respect to full wave as well as half wave rectifier. The concept is going to remain same. The difference being formulas may change. Half wave half wave the relevant formulas you'll be applying. Full wave full wave the relevant formulas you'll be applying. So this is lecture 6, module 1. Till the issue of my whiteboard is resolved, I will be using the pen and paper method. I hope that's absolutely fine with you guys. Please let me know if the words are visible properly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's just continue with the next problem. Okay, the next problem is a full wave rectifier has a load of 2 kilo ohm, and let me just write. Full wave rectifier has a load of 2 kilo ohm. So this means load resistance has been given. The AC voltage applied to the diodes is, he has given in this format, 200 0 200 volts. Assuming ideal diodes. So the moment he says assuming ideal diodes, so which means VF is 0 and RF is 0. It is understood, right? Assuming this condition, he is asking us to calculate I average, that is IDC, and then V average, that is VDC, and then ripple factor. Ripple factor, anyhow, it is common. I mean, it is, we are not going to use any resistance values in calculating the ripple factor, because as we have already calculated ripple factor for half wave rectifier, and we could find that the ripple factor for half wave rectifier is 1.21, that is 121%. And yesterday I spoke about the full wave rectifier, and I said the full wave rectifier was given as an assignment, but let me give you the value of the full wave rectifier ripple factor. The ripple factor for the full wave rectifier is 48.3%, and the methodology will remain exactly the same what we have done for the half wave rectifier. So for that purpose, ripple factor anta banದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೇನು calculation ಅಂತ ಏನು necessary ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Whatever value we have already derived, the same value you can be keeping it here. So fine. So what is that he has given? So this is what exactly this 200 0 200 means. He has given V2. So basically, it is a full wave rectifier. The circuit. Let me just draw the circuit. So this is what he has given. So V1 and V2. So V2 he has given as 200. And how do we calculate Vm? Yeah, we already know that Vm is given by root 2 times V2, or V2 is given by Vm upon root 2. So this we have already figured out yesterday. Yesterday we could figure out that the RMS value, whatever he has given, is equal to the AC value divided by the root 2. And whenever any AC value he mentions in the problem, that will be always the RMS value. So if this is the scenario, so V2 he has given, V2 is equal to, that is RMS value is equal to Vm by root 2. So I require Vm. So in order to find Vm, I'll be using the same formula, but in the form of this Vm equal to root 2 times V2. So if I do that, root 2 into 200. Can anybody quickly calculate and tell me? because I am solving the numericals, it is expected that you guys are with calculator.
2.84.
141.4. 141.4.
1 root 2 times
141.
141
282.84.
exactly
2.84.
2.84. So this is my VM. Once I got VM, then everything is a cakewalk. Ultimately, your prime agenda in any numerical is to obtain VM. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ. Yesterday value was given in terms of turns ratio n1 is to n2. ಅವಾಗ ನಾನು ಮೆಥಡ್ ಬೇರೆ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ n1 by n2 equal to v1 by v2. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು v2 ತಕ್ಕೊಂಡೆ, v2 ತಕ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಗೇನ್ vm equal to root 2 times v2 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ 200-0-200. So this 200 whatever he has given is itself 200. So this this itself is v2. So our 200 multiplied by root 2 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ I am going to get the vm. Then definitely what will be my I average or IDC? I average is nothing but my IDC. So IDC is given by, this is, since it's a full wave rectifier, 2Im upon pi. Yes. So I require Im then. So what will be Im then? Im is Ohm's law, Vm upon RL. Because RF is 0, because he has already told ideal diode RL plus RF ಅಂತ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, just RL ಬರ್ತದೆ. So Vm I obtain as 282.84. RL he has given as 2K. Yeah, somebody quickly.
0.14.
1 K, you
0.141.
You have forgotten the K, kilo ohms, 2 kilo ohms, which means below denominator will be 2000. So
141.42.
Then it is milliampere. See, yavatlu kilo idenalla, kilo is, this is what? See, this can be written as 2 into 10 raised to 3. ಹೌದಾ? So 10 raised to 3 ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 10 raised to -3 ಆಯ್ತು. ಇದು 282.84 divided by 2 ಆಯ್ತು. So this will be 141.42 ಆಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So 141.42 multiplied by 10 raised to -3. So this can be written as 141.42 milli, and since it's a current, it is milliampere. Don't forget the units. ನೀವು ಇನ್ನು ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮರೆತ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮುಗೀತು, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್ ಬ್ಲಂಡರ್. So 141.42 milliampere is my Im. So the first one I obtain Im. Then once I obtain Im, IDC can be easily calculated. So IDC is given by, quickly, 2 into 141.42 milli divided by pi. IDC ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? Hmm. 2 into 141.4 to 141.42 multiplied by 2 will be again 282.84 divided by pi. Pi under 3.14. Almost 3 le divide agata. So
90.0.
Yes, 90.0.
10 to the power of -3.
-3 ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು milli ಅಂತ ಇಡಬೇಕು. Don't keep it in the form of -3. Please note, see these things possibly class nagiದ್ದಾಗ ಬೇರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, because class nagiದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು I could have all this. Yeah, exactly. So do not forget to mention the units properly. 10 raised to -3 anta bariಬೇಡ್ರಿ, you write it as milli. 10 raised to 3 idre kilo. According to the units you should write. Okay, then what is next? He's asking, this is the first one he has asked. Then V average. That is my second one, or VDC. So VDC is given by again IDC into RL. IDC already calculated. IDC is 90.03 milliampere into RL he has given as 2K. Ignore simple. Now no need to use the calculator also. Milli ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು 10 raised to -3. Kilo ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು 10 raised to +3. 10 raised to -3 ಮತ್ತು 10 raised to +3 multiply ಆದಾಗ they get cancel out. So basically units ಎರಡು ಹಾರ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾವೆ. And ಏನು ಉಳಿತು 90.03 multiplied by 2. Simple. 90 into 2, 180. Somewhere around 180.
0.06.
Yes, sir.
180 volts. So this is how you can avoid the calculator when the things are very simple. ಎಲ್ಲ time ನಾವು calculator use ಮಾಡೋದು necessary ಇಲ್ಲ. You should be smart enough when to use, when not to use. Right? So this is about VDC and ripple factor. As I told, ripple factor need not to be calculated again. We already know that ripple factor is given by some value, gamma is equal to 48.3% since it's a full wave rectifier. So here the main point to remember is how do I start calculating my VM from the given equation, from the given content of my voltage. So this is with respect to the one of the problem of my full wave rectifier. Now let's quickly jump into the next one. Okay. So the next problem of today's, in a full wave rectifier, the input is from 30 volts, almost the same way how I have asked in my previous problem. From 30 volts transformer, the load and diode forward resistance are 100 ohm and 10 ohm. And RL he has given as 100 ohm, RF he has given as 10 ohm respectively. Calculate IDC, PDC, PAC, then efficiency, and then there is something called as he is asking percentage regulation. Andre, he is asking that also. Let's try to understand what are these. So he is asking 5 different parameters. Now these problems could be easily asked for 8 to 10 marks. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ನನಗೆ ವಿ ಎಂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ವಿ ಎಂ ನಾನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ರಾಂಗ್. ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆಸ್ ವಿ ಎಂ ಗಾನ್. ನನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದನು ಐ ಡಿಡ್ ಎ ಬ್ಲಂಡರ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್. So don't do that. So now what he has given V2 is equal to 30. Vm can be calculated as root 2 times V2. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನದಲ್ಲ, this is irrespective of your whether the rectifier is a half wave rectifier or a full wave rectifier. Please bear it in your mind. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನಾ ಏನು ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನಾ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೀನಿ ಇದು try to understand. See, if I consider my full wave rectifier, ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬೇಕು, ಹೌದಾ? ಆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಆ ವೋಲ್ಟೇಜ್ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಸೇ ದಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಐ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಆರ್ ಎಂ ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್, ವಿ ಡಿ ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಂ ಎಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್, all these things, and then we calculate according to different formulas based on whether this circuit is full wave rectifier or whether it is half wave rectifier. So ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಯೋಡ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗತ್ತಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡಯೋಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಬಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಟ್ಟ I should be able to get this particular the maximum voltage that is entering the diode. So that can be obtained with the help of this formula. So ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ V2 ಬೇಕು. So always try to find out what is my V2. In yesterday's problem, I did N1 by N2 is equal to V1 by V2. Other ಪ್ರಕಾರ V2 ಬಂತು. ಇವತ್ತಿನ problem ನಾಗ the given content itself has got V2. So if I do that, Vm is equal to what? Root 2 times 30. Quickly.
42.42.
42.42.
Very good. 4243. Fine. Very good. Then what he is asking, IDC and then VDC. Okay, IDC. How do I calculate IDC? This since it's a full wave
2
rectifier,
Im by pi.
2 Im by
Pi
pi.
by pi.
And what is Im?
Vm by RL.
Vm by RL plus RF.
RL plus RF.
RL.
Because yes, I given RF also. So RL 100 other, RF 10 other. So addition madra 100 plus 10, it will be 110. So let me use my calculator also here. Quickly, 42.43 divided by 110.
0.385.
385.6 milliamperes.
Very good. One more thing I just want to show you.
0.3.
Divide ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ yes, exactly, fantastic. Divide ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ 3.385.72. ನಾನು ಇದು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಡ್ಬೋದು ಇದ್ರಾಗ ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ನಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವಿಶ್ ಟು ಕೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಅಥವಾ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಿಲೋ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಟರ್ಮ್ ಈ ಮಿಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಿಲೋ ವಿಲ್ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಔಟ್. ಸೊ ನಾ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಇಟ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಿಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ENG ಬಟನ್. ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ENG ಬಟನ್ ಓವರ್ ಹಿಯರ್, just be this just above the number alphabet 8 ENG press ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ look what is that it is displaying 385 into 10 raised to minus 3 over here. The moment you press ENG you will get in terms of unit. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ENG press ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ into 10 raised to minus 6 ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, it is displaying in terms of micro. So basically you use this ENG. ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಬರಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ENG, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ENG ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 0.385 into 10 raised to 0. So try to use that. So 385.7 milliampere. That 7 and 6 you can ignore, or you can, if you want to wish to write, you can write as that also. So this is my IDC. IDC ನನಗೆ ಬಂತು. Then what is VDC? Quickly. VDC is
IDC into RL.
into RL. IDC is 385.7 milli. Into RL is
Sir,
huh?
calculate ಮಾಡಿದ IM ಅಲ್ರಿ?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, exactly. IM. ಹೌದು. Then what is IDC?
245.5 milliampere. 5 milliamperes.
Good observation. Thank you. So this is my IDC. Fantastic. So what about VDC then? It is IDC into RL. So you only tell me the value.
24.5.
24.5 volts. Manta? So sequentially ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ, you will get all the values. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾ ಏನು ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಓಮ್ಸ್ ಲಾ ನಾನು ಐ ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಫಾಲೋ. ಸಿ I is equal to V by R. V by R ನನಗೆ 2 R ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ 2 R ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ, 3 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ 3 ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಅದು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಗಿತು, ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಅಡಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Then what about PDC? This is I square DC into RL. I square DC, I mean IDC is 245.5 square madri into RL madri. You only tell me that.
6.022 watt.
60.025 into 10 to the power of 3.
60.27.
Any other answer?
6.02.
6.02 watt.
Watt.
Any other answer?
Watt.
Watt.
6.02 ne bantu.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, this is what I did. 245.5 m square into 100. RL is 100. So if I do that, I'm going to get 6.02 watt. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋರಿ, ಈಗ ಯಾರೋ 60 ಅಂತಂದ್ರಿ 600 ಅಂತಂದ್ರಿ, ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಇದು ಡಯೋಡ್ ಅದ, ಡಯೋಡ್ ನ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪವರ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಪವರ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಂಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡಿವೈಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು 30 ವೋಲ್ಟ್, 30 ವೋಲ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಎಕ್ಸೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ ಹಂಡ್ರೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಓಕೆ ದಿಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಸೂಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ PDC. ಸೊ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈರ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೆಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸಾರಿ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈರ್ ಎಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಐ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ PAC then. What about PAC? How do I calculate PAC then? Oh, sorry. PAC. How do you calculate PAC? What was the formula that we adopted?
IRMS square RL.
IRMS square RL. Do I know IRMS? IRMS ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, which means I need to find IRMS. So how do I find IRMS then? Or is there any way out to find PAC?
IM by root 2.
Apart from using this formula?
IM by root 2 the whole square into
IM by
RL.
root 2 whole square into RL.
RL.
IM by root 2 whole square into RL. Notary. Unnecessary you are going to calculate IRMS. ನನಗಿದು ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಪ್ಪೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ unnecessary you are going to calculate IRMS, which you try to avoid it. Because you have IM value already calculated, 385.7 milliampere. Use that. Yes, ಬಂತು calculate ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. 385.7 divided by root 2 square root of answer, so it's square of the answer
10.5.
10.51.
10.5.
10.5.
Watt.
So which is the answer? 10.5
Watt.
Watt.
Fantastic. So this is what is my answer with respect to PAC. Then let's try to understand or let's try to identify what is my rectifier efficiency. How do I calculate rectifier efficiency?
Output divided by input.
Howda? Output power is what? 6.02 watts. Input power is my 10.5 watt. So yes, one value
57%.
almost 60%. Can I call it as almost 60%?
Yes.
So that is my rectifier efficiency. And what about percentage regulation? He has asked. Percentage regulation, and let me just write over here. Percentage regulation is one new term he is asking. Just for understanding purpose, you have to remember this. Percentage regulation, what is the forward resistance upon the load resistance multiplied by 100. This is my percentage regulation. And if I do that, 10 upon 100 into 100, that will be 10. So 10% is the regulation that I am putting to this particular rectifier. I'll speak about this regulation or regulation factor sometime later, but just you have to remember what I'm showing over here, because since in the problem he has asked. Whenever this particular concept will come, I'll try to explain about that particular thing. So this is with respect to your the numerical with respect to the full wave rectifier. Okay, now let's go ahead with one more numerical. Today we are going to discuss only the numericals. Okay, so let's try to identify. Okay, the input to a full wave rectifier is input he has given in this format: 200 sine 50t. If RL is 1 kilo ohm, forward resistance of the diode is 50 ohm. Find all the parameters, like find DC current through the circuit, AC current, AC value, DC output voltage, AC power, efficiency. He is giving all the parameters. Almost 5 to 6 parameters. So the content he has given is RL, RF and input. Now again, how do I identify my particular V2 out of this, or whether which is my V2 over here? How do I identify VM? Because my VM is what? I should be able to get that root 2 times V2. So will I be able to get that particular thing through this example? So let's try to understand that. So whatever is the question he has given in terms of 200 sine 50t, ಹಿಂಗೇನಾದ್ರೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ here in this particular scenario, your VM itself is 200. So ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನು extra calculation ಮಾಡೋಣ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. The moment he is giving the input in terms of 200 sine 50t, something like that format, the VM will be your 200. Sorry, V2 will be 200. Sorry about that. V2 will be 200. So this is V2 sine 50t. So how do I calculate? Then actually what is my V2 value? 200. And what will be my VM? VM in root to 2 times V2. So what will be the value? Root to 2 times 200.
282.84.
282.84.
I think again the same one what we have done in the first example what we did.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then once I get VM, use the RL and RF value he has given, go ahead with the calculation. So this is one simple problem that I just wanted to show you. Even it could be asked in this format also. 200 sine 50t. Now one more important thing. Suppose if he asks what is the frequency of input signal, how do you find?
Omega is equals to 50. Therefore, 2 pi f is equals to 50.
Omega t is equal to 50t, or omega is equal to 50. 2 pi f equal to 50. F is 50 upon 2 pi. Rest button, well, that will be your frequency. Try to apply these concepts, which I think you already know it. So this is one another kind of a typical problem that could be asked in the examination. Fine. So now let's just go into one more problem. See, actually ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ actually ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ V2 is equal to 200 ಅಂತ ಅಂದಲ್ಲ, ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ actually speaking we used to write this way. V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2, and because N1 by N2 value ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ನಾಗ, so I can say that the transformer ratio is 1. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ N1 by N2 equal to 1. So ಇದರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಾವು ಹೋದಂದ್ರೆ V2 will be equal to N2 upon N1 multiplied by V1. However, and because he has not given any value, N2 upon N1 value will be equal to 1. So V2 will be equal to V1. So whatever the value he has given here, that itself will be equal to V2. So this way I consider V2 as 200 sine 50t as it is. Subsequent problem naga, suppose ama sine 200 sine 50t anta kottu turns ratio another kottappa antandre, then I should be able to this particular formula, which I am going to show you now. This formula or this particular problem. Let's say one more problem. So here in this problem he is giving the, and let's assume this is a half wave rectifier. So considering the half wave rectifier, input is 230 sine 314t, and the transformers ratio is 10:1. And he is giving RF as 50 ohm, RL as 500 ohm. Determine IDC, IRMS, VDC, PDC, frequency, and then rectifier efficiency, peak inverse voltage. Just parameter connectly katana. So let's try to do this. So given value is my V1 is equal to 230 sine 314t, or basically my V1 is in terms of amplitude, it is 230 volts. And what I did in my previous problem, V1 by V2 is equal to N1 by N2 by 1, because N1 is 2, N2 has given us 10 is to 1. So from this, I can be extracting what is V2. V2 is equal to, ಈ formula ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, V2 is equal to N2 by N1 multiplied by V1. So that can be written as N2 is what? 1 upon 10 multiplied by 230. So ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬಂದಂಗಾಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ, V2 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತೀಗ 23. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿವಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ನಾಗ ದಿಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂನೇ ಇರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ N2 is to N1 ಅಥವಾ N1 N2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 1 ಅಂತ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು 1 ಆಯ್ತು. 1 into V1 is what? Again I got the same value as that of your input. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ V2 was again 200 as that of your input. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಗಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ರೇಷಿಯೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನವ, so that turns ratio I should apply over here. So ನನಗೆ V2 I got it as 23. Once I got V2 as 23, then I can be calculating my VM. How do I calculate VM here?
Root 2 into
Root 2 V2.
2.
Yeah, root 2 times that. So we can be doing that, and then we can be proceeding with the things. Now, one small thing I just want to highlight over here. Just a moment. Yeah. So if I consider my this particular problem, or if you remember my equations while deriving the diode expressions, like we could say IL is equal to IM sin omega t. Nenpada, we could write this expression IL equal to IM sin omega t. We started with this derivation, and then whenever we try to calculate IDC, we did this derivation by in the limits of 1 to pi, 0 to pi, IL d omega t, and then we substituted in the place of IL this IM sin omega t. So yavatlu, whenever we write any input waveforms or input signal, that input signal will be in the form of A sin omega t, and this A is nothing but your maximum value sin omega t. So if I compare this particular equation now, ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ V2 ಏನು ಬಂತಿಲ್ಲಿ 23, V1 ಏನು ನಿಂತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 230 sin 314t. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ನಾನು V1 is equal to Vm sin 314t ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದಾ? whatever the things he has given for my V1. So V1 I'll just write it over here. So V1 input is 230 sin 314t. V1 the maximum voltage is 230 volt. So with respect to V1, my VM is 230. But ನನಗೆ VM ಯಾವತ್ತು with respect to V2 ಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ whenever I just draw the transformer, it is always your V2 value that is entering your diode. It is not the V1 value. V1 value also in diode entering. It is V2 value. So whenever we talk about VM, it is with respect to V2. So now V1 ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರಾಗಿಂದ VM ತಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು necessary ಇಲ್ಲ. You should not do that. I should first extract V2. That's what I did over here. V2 ನಾನು extract ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. V2 ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬಂತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 23. ಈಗ V2 ನನಗೆ 23 ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ can I write this as V2 is equal to 23 sin 314t. So with respect to V2, what is my VM now? So whatever 23 is the V2 you have obtained with respect to this sin 314 ಅಥವಾ 230 sin 314 type of expression ಅಥವಾ ಈ type of problem ನಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನು V2 ಬಂದಿತ್ತಾ, that itself will be my VM. We should not be doing root 2 times V2, which we did in the previous problem. I just wanted to show you. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ root 2 times V2 ಮಾಡೋದು necessary ಇಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ V2 200 ಬಂತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ this could be written as sin 50t and this itself is my Vm. So in your previous problem entirely your Vm is not root 2 times 200, your Vm is 200 only. ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the moment we write in terms of sine, whenever we write the expressions in terms of sine, the sine waveforms will be always in the form of Am sin omega t. Some voltage equal to Am sin omega t. This Am is nothing but the maximum value of this voltage. So ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ V2 23 ಬಂದೈತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ if I express this in terms of sinusoidal waveform, ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ V1 ಹಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನ, ಸೊ V2 ಹಂಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂತೀನಿ. ಈ V1 230 sin 3140 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ V2 ನನಗೆ ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ 23 ಬಂತು, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ 23 sin 3140 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. And if I compare this with the standard equation, my Vm will be this particular term 23. So Vm here will be 23. No need to do that root 2 times V2. Please remember, this is a very typical formula, or this is a typical problem wherein you are not supposed to multiply your V2 with root 2. Your Vm will be the same value. Now once you obtain Vm, everything can be calculated easily. So what is that he has asked? Im, that is Vm upon Rf plus RL. Vm is 23. Rf he has given as 50. RL he has given as 500. Try to calculate and tell me 23 divided by 550. What will be the value?
Forty-one point
8 milliamperes.
Exactly. Please rectify the problem which we did previously. Previous problem na naವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, we did that multiplication. I deliberately did that because ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ turns ratio ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, and the entire problem made us to do that root 2 multiplication. But ಹಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು? Whenever any expression or any problem has got an input signal given in the form of sin omega t, ಹಂಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ root 2 times ನೇ multiply ಮಾಡೋ necessary ಇಲ್ಲ. You just follow the method what I am telling over here. So now I obtain Im. Fine, fantastic. So Im ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಈಗ next? What he has asked? IDC. So IDC is what? What is IDC? IDC is equal to, quickly, IDC is what? This is half-wave rectifier, so it is Im by pi. So Im
by pi.
Yeah, 41.8 milli divided by pi. Yes, one thing value
13.3 milliamperes.
13.3 milliamperes. That is IDC. Quickly go ahead and calculate VDC. IDC into RL. IDC is 13.3 milli. RL is 500. 13.3 milli into 500.
13.31 volt watt.
Another answer?
6.65.
It could be
6.65.
6.65.
6.3 milli into 500. Don't forget that milli.
6.65.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಲಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ 5 ಮೇಲೆ m ಅದ, 6 ಮೇಲೆ k ಅದ, 2 ಮೇಲೆ p ಅದ, 3 ಮೇಲೆ n ಅದ. That indicates this is milli, kilo, nano, pico, femto, micro, mega, giga, tera ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಬಟನ್ ನೋಡುದು, ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. If you have forgotten about the usage of this calculator, try to use that. ನೀವು ಮಿಲಿ ಬಿಟ್ ನೀವು ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, gone. So it is 6.65 volt. Then what is that he is asking? VDC bantu, IDC bantu, IRMS. Now what is IRMS formula of your half-wave rectifier? I guess Im by 2.
Im by
Yes,
2.
sir.
Yeah. So Im you have already calculated 41.8. So that is nothing but it will be
0.9 microampere.
20.9.
20.9 microampere.
micro ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. million ಬರ್ತದೆ. What about VRMS? VRMS is what? How do you calculate?
VM by 2. Yes, sir.
M by 2.
VM is 23 by 2, somewhere around 11.5.
11.5.
Done. And what about PDC? How do you calculate now PDC with the given already obtained values?
IDC square into RL.
Exactly, do that and let me know what is the value. 13.3 milli whole square into RL. 88.4 milli. That
88.4. Yes, sir.
8.4 milliamps.
Milliampere.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what is the content, or this is what is the expressions. And apart from that, he has asked a peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage it is the maximum voltage that is that the diode can withstand in its reverse bias. So PIV, peak inverse voltage, will be also equal to 23 volts.
23.
Yeah, done. So I mean frequency antu kelena. So frequency is what? 314 T ada. So 314 is engada 230 sin 314 T. So omega is equal to 314. So 2 pi f equal to 314. F equal to 314 by 2 pi. F
50 hertz.
Exactly. 50 hertz.
50 hertz.
50 hertz. So this
50
is how
hertz.
yes, exactly. So this is how you are supposed to proceed with the numericals given varieties of problems. So I think we could understand ಈಗ ಇದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅವ ಹಾಫ್ ವೇವ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಬದಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಹಂಗೆ ಉಳಿದೈತಿ. ಇವನ್ ಹೀಲ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ನೀವು IDC VDC ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವೆ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ IDC ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 2m by pi. ಆಮೇಲೆ VDC will be IDC into RL. ನೀವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. And IRMS also will change. So accordingly VRMS value will be different. So accordingly power consumption will also be different, but the method will remain same. This method you remember. Today we could understand some typical problems, like for example we could understand turns ratio. ನಿನ್ನೆ n1 is to n2 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ. ಅವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? n1 by n2 equal to v1 by v2 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು we calculate v2. ಅದರಿಂದ we calculate pm. This is the first method. Second method, he gave the equation or the input as in this format 200 0 200. ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು we could see today. So here also this v2 is your 200, and then from that we could calculate vm is equal to root 2 times v2. And the third one, what he has given was directly in terms of sign, like the one we have did in the previous two problems. Inputting kottaga, so this is my v1. So v1 upon v2 is equal to n1 upon n2 ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇವ n1 n2 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ n1 is to n2 will be 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಂದ್ರೆ ಇದೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು you calculate v2. ಈ v2 ಏನ್ ಬಂದಿರತ್ತಲ್ಲ, accordingly you express in terms of sign like this. So this will be my vm. Only in the case of sinusoidal expression, no need to multiply it by root 2. So this is what the three different varieties that we could do it in this particular numerical section. And apart from that, I guess there will be no other problems that are going to be asked for your examination. And the other one was a very simple problem in the beginning. I think yesterday we got 230 volts on the directly. Input was 230 volt. So this is nothing but your v2 directly. So I can calculate vm is equal to root 2 times vm. Yesterday's first problem, he has given the input voltage was 230. So that itself is your v2. So these are the four method or four typical problem varieties that could be asked in examination. Try to be very perfect in these problems, because apart from these numericals, chances of asking other varieties are very less. So with this, we'll wind up today's session because I have another class at 10. I cannot drag this class also. So we'll continue and we'll meet up in the subsequent next class. So just wait for the minute. I'll just download the attendance. Okay, one more thing. Yesterday, I guess I was asked one doubt, like ಈಗ ನಾನು full wave rectifier ಇದ್ದಾಗ clockwise ಮತ್ತು anti clockwise current flow ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಹೆಂಗ? So there is no concept of clockwise and anti clockwise. See, when I have a full wave rectifier, you always supposed to see the direction of current. If positive input ಇದ್ದಾಗ current ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದು current ಹಿಂಗೆ flow ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ direction of the current ಹೆಂಗದ? Right to left. Negative cycle ಬಂದಾಗ diode D2 ಆನ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ನನ್ನ current ಹಿಂಗೆ flow ಆಗತ್ತೆ. Diode ಒಳಗೆ flow ಆಗಿ again it will enter the resistor from right to left. Since the direction of flow of current is same, my waveforms will be the replica of the same waveform. So negative cycle ನಾಗ ಐತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ current direction negative ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ current same direction ನಾಗೆ flow ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೈತಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ flow ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಿತ್ತು second cycle ನಾಗು ಹಂಗೆ flow ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೈತಿ. That's the reason current won't be direction of the current won't be reversed. So that's the reason my waveform will be the replica of the previous waveforms. So that was the one thing that I just wanted to clarify. Okay, fine. So with this, we'll conclude this today's lecture. I hope contents are clear. If you are having doubt, please let me know. Today I am going to post the numericals in a nicely written format. ನಿಮಗೆ notes ಮಾಡಿ ನಿಮಗೆ MS Team ನಾಗ ನಾನು ಹಾಕಿರ್ತಂತ. Please try to download them, and I'll give you today some assignments also. I'll try to solve those assignments. Maintain a book. I'll give the instructions, everything, and we'll proceed with the subsequent next concept. So in the next class, we're going to discuss about bridge rectifier. And then we are going to proceed further with capacitor filter and Zener diodes. So with this, we'll conclude today's lecture and we'll meet again in the next class. So you can exit from the class. Thank you.